Testing is all about validating the product in order to meet the expectation and making sure that the users are comfortable when using this product in the real-time environment. But when it comes to making sure that this is going to fulfill the needs of the user, we have different ways of achieving that. And again, today we will be talking about such approaches where we are considering manual and automation approach, where manual and automation are two different ways by which testing can be conducted in order to achieve quality in the product. And today, let's explore a little more about that. Hello friends and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another episode of Testing in Nutshell. This is Neeraj Kumar Singh and today we are talking about manual and automation testing. To begin our discussion for today, I would like to start with manual testing because that's one of the common and most easy way to conduct testing. But when I say easy, do not underestimate that. It's not that easy. It requires a fundamental of testing understanding or basics of testing to be there with an individual in order to conduct more efficient testing. Manual testing being easy in order to organize and conduct just requires human interface and does not involve any kind of robotic environment where you just give instructions and let the robot do that job for you. In manual intervention or manual testing, a human is directly involved in interacting with the product which is under test. And that direct interaction with the product not only gives you benefit of achieving the evaluation in the best way, but also gives you a real-time interface how the product will be used by a real user in the market. And that's how manual testing adds a lot of value in terms of achieving the quality in the product. Also, to add, when it comes to manual testing, we make use of an approach called as preparing and executing test cases. The test cases are a set of instructions which are designed in order to achieve a functionality's behavior and measure that. Now, during manual testing, it is really important that a human mind is creative as well as innovative in order to measure more than the expected result. That's only possible when a human being is interacting with the product. That means when you talk about measuring a feature or validating a feature of a product, the human mind not only looks at the expected result, but also may look forward and beyond the set instructions. So that's where manual testing adds a better confidence in order to achieve a better quality and release the product into the market. So that's what is about manual testing and does not require any additional support. But on the other side, whereas automation testing is requiring a use of automation testing tool, where it can also be called as a robot, where you provide certain set of instruction in the language which my tool can understand and the tool interacts with the product. Now, human intervention is very much reduced here, considering that human error can be avoided using automation tool. Automation tools are considered more efficient or more accurate. It's just that human can do mistakes. We consider that automation tools are more precise and more accurate. But yes, a human who is preparing the test script can also be confused with that. That means they can go wrong while giving the certain instruction, and automation tool may lead to do something wrong other than the expected. So yes, at the end of the day, we also say that the human mind is still important no matter if you're conducting manual testing or automation testing. But yes, as automation is faster and reduces a lot of time during the execution phase, can save a lot of money in turn. But additionally, it may require some cost to procure the tool in order to implement automation testing for your product. So while automating, you just don't think that automation is super fast and it can only help you to minimize your test cases or minimize your effort required to run the test, minimize the time required for execution of test. No, it may have several other factors. If discussed in detail, you may find more complicated than manual testing. But yes, automation has its own benefit and manual has its own recognition at certain point of time. No matter, lot of testing levels are there, but every level is recommended to initiate with manual approach. That means a human intervention will always give you a perfect confidence in order to proceed with anything else. And there are certain levels which are complicated or quite expensive in terms of infrastructure or manpower, or maybe not at all possible to conduct manually. But yes, for those levels as well, you start initially with small piece of code or probably with small number of people manually first and then switch to automation. And that's how manual is still having its recognition into the market. When it comes to automation testing, many complicated levels can be organized and conducted. For example, performance testing, security testing, or if you talk about repeatability or executing a big, huge regression suite, may have 5,000 plus test cases or 10,000 plus test cases in order to execute them. Now, doing these kind of things like performance, regression, repeatability of different set of data might be complicated. I'm not saying it's impossible, it is complicated and cost expensive to conduct manually. Thus, we prefer to have it using automation. And that's how automation is more helpful in order to achieve that in less time. So it's very important for any user to decide that what is more applicable at certain point of time, because we do have to understand a fact and agree to that not everything can be automated. And that's what is the most important thing, which makes that the manual is still efficient in order to achieve a better confidence and having a real-time interaction with the product, being a real user. So yes, automation must be limited to the areas where manual is complicated or expensive in order to conduct that. But yes, you must understand the value of each type of testing here. That is where manual is more recommended and where automation will be more beneficial. So, leaving with that thought, I would like to take off for today, and I will be discussing more about something similar to these kind of things, so stay tuned for that. Should you have anything else beyond this, feel free to comment below. I'll be there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video, team, and happy learning.